24-yard line.
Got it! 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I got it. Check the back.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the safety. Come on.
Breida, he'll try to right side. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Rams nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
First and 10, 43-yard line.
Mike. Yeah, that's what I do.
On first down, it's Gurley. A gain of 3, second down.
That's what I'm talking about. Not him, boy.
46-yard line.
Check 53, Mike. Hey.
On second and 7, Goff. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now Goff on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
We got to step it up.
To throw is Goff. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Goff throwing again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First down, San Francisco.
15 money. 53 is Michael Echo. You can't block me. You can't block me. Shift. Watch the shift. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Here's Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Might want to remember that third down play, 37 yards.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they've got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play for them.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On second and 11 now. Jackson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. 21-0 our score after 1.
180. Check 53.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Now gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it? Able to dump it over the top to him. Here's Goff. Looking deep for Hilton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game. Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half. No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
March 54.
Throwing on third. Gone. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. They worked very well there for a first down.
Here's Gurley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing on second down. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Goff now looks to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So as they take it over, we step aside. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boy, still a half plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Yeah, baby.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Here we go. Here we go. Go to base. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Switch, switch, switch. Check 52. Check, check, chill.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And finally, they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 30.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
They'll start on the ground with Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They go counter with Breida. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He's at the 30, 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's coming.
Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
At the Niners' 44-yard line.
Out.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Let's go. We got this.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Ready. 18 Gator. Right there. 56. I got you, son.
Jackson on 1st down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
49er, 1st down.
Let's go. Grab the ending. 3. Mike. Man out. Jam. Off.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he'll have a 1st down inside the 10. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Mike, number 53. Mike. Maverick. Here we go. 53 to Mike. 53. Five.
From the gun on third down. Gone. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They are going for it. Goff. And he's got his man Hilton. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, LA. T.Y. Hilton. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. A gutsy call. 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it. Because to me it was stacked up for a run situation. Strength on strength. And they decided to put the ball in the air. And what a result. Big time play. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Alert flare. Shift. Slide.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Single.
They go play action now. Jackson. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Samson Abuka in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They run with Breida. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Jones on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
20. Blue day.
From the 22, Goff. That's taken in by Henderson. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Goff now to throw. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. That his 1st catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. A nice run there by Gurley on 1st down as he'll get about 7 out of it. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 41, Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
53 is the mic.
Hey, watch the lane.
Hatchet. Check 50.
Goff on 3rd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Check nickel.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here. But let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. This is Breida. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run again with Breida. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
180.
Stop your whining.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.